One of the most confusing things for Spanish learners is this. Why do we say lo tengo, but also tenerlo? In this video, I'll explain exactly when lo goes before the verb and when it goes after with clear examples. But first, lo is a direct object pronoun. It replaces a masculine noun already mentioned. In English, it can mean it or him. Pronouns replace a noun that has already been mentioned, right? So if I get asked a question like, do you have the money? I can answer with, I have it. It is replacing the money. Lo takes the same role. So if I ask in Spanish, ¿tienes el dinero? I could answer, lo tengo. I have it. When the verb is conjugated, lo goes before the verb. For example, lo tengo, which can mean I have it or I have him. Lo quiero, I want it or I want him. Lo necesito, I need it or I need him. Lo veo, I see it or I see him. Lo encuentro, I find it or I find him. Lo ayudo, I help it or I help him. We can add the personal pronoun here and say yo lo tengo, yo lo quiero, yo lo necesito, yo lo veo, yo lo encuentro, yo lo ayudo. But it's not needed since the verb is conjugated to the person. We can easily turn these sentences into negative ones. We just need to add no before lo. No lo tengo, I don't have it or I don't have him. No lo quiero, I don't want it. No lo necesito, I don't need it. No lo veo, I don't see it. No lo encuentro, I don't find it. No lo ayudo, I don't help it or I don't help him. So they can be turned into negative sentences very easily. These are complete sentences. Like we saw in the example with the question, we can answer with lo plus the conjugated verb, and that is a complete answer. Another question example is, ¿Quieres un coche nuevo? Do you want a new car? We can answer with, sí, lo quiero. Yes, I want it. Or, no lo quiero. No, I don't want it. So this works with conjugated verb. Lo goes before the conjugated verb. When the verb is an infinitive verb, lo attaches to the end of the verb. So infinitive verbs in Spanish end in aor, ior, or ior. For example, tenerlo. We have tener and then we add lo. To have it or him. Quererlo. To want it or him. Necesitarlo. To need it or to need him. Verlo. To see it or to see him. Encontrarlo. To find it or to find him. Ayudarlo. To help it or to help him. These forms are not complete sentences by themselves. They usually appear after another verb. For example, I could say, tengo que verlo. I have to see it or I have to see him. Spanish sentences are generally more flexible. So there are two ways to technically say the same thing. To say, I want to buy it in Spanish, we could say, lo quiero comprar. Lo refers to it. But because quiero is conjugated, we're going to add lo at the beginning. But we could also say, quiero comprarlo. And it also means I want to buy it. But notice here that lo gets added to the infinitive verb at the end. So I want to buy it in Spanish can be said as lo quiero comprar or quiero comprarlo. Both are correct. What we don't want to do is add lo in between the verbs. We cannot say quiero lo comprar. That doesn't work. It either comes before the conjugated verb or it gets attached at the end of the infinitive verb. Let's take a look at some other examples like this. To say I need to find it or him, we can say necesito encontrarlo. Necesito encontrarlo. Or lo necesito encontrar. Lo necesito encontrar. Two sentences, the same meaning. To say I'm going to help him, we could say voy a ayudarlo. Voy a ayudarlo. Or lo voy a ayudar. Lo voy a ayudar. And to say I have to do it, tengo que hacerlo. Tengo que hacerlo. Or we could also say lo tengo que hacer. Lo tengo que hacer. So if the verb is conjugated, lo goes before it. If the verb is not conjugated, lo attaches to the end. The meaning doesn't change, just the position. We use lo for him or it when the noun is masculine and singular, but there are more direct object pronouns based on gender and plurality. Here's a quick little chart showing all of them. In singular, for the first person, we use me. Me. It usually means me. For the second person, informal, we use te. Te, meaning you. For the third person, we can use lo, the one we just saw, which means him, it, but it could also be used for the you formal, lo. And then we can use la for her or it, for feminine nouns. For plural, in the first person, we use nos. Nos, for us. For you all, in Spain, we use os. Os. And for the third person, we have los, for them or you all, los, or las. Las. For plural female nouns. And let's do a quick summary of placement rules. This doesn't apply just to conjugated verbs, but as we saw earlier, we can use lo before a conjugated verb. For example, yo lo compré, or lo compré. We can drop the pronoun. I bought it. We can also attach it to infinitives. Quiero comprarlo. Quiero comprarlo. I want to buy it. Using the conjugated verb, we could say lo quiero comprar. Lo quiero comprar. It also means I want to buy it. We can also attach direct object pronouns to gerunds. We can place them before the verb phrase or attach them to the end of the present participle. For example, lo estoy comiendo. Lo estoy comiendo. Or estoy comiéndolo. Estoy comiéndolo. I am eating it. In Spanish, gerunds end in endo or ando. So when you see a verb with those endings, you can also add the direct object pronoun at the end. Or you could do it at the beginning of the phrase. And then we can also use the direct object pronouns with commands. For an affirmative command, we always attach it to the end. For example, cómpralo. Cómpralo. Buy it. Cómpralo. For a negative command, we place it before the verb. For example, no lo compres. No lo compres. Don't buy it. I already have another video with more examples using lo, la, los, and las, and I'll leave you the link in the description for that video. If you like more information about anything else, let me know in the comments. And to keep learning Spanish, go watch this video next. Muchas gracias.